Hi, this is Hunter, and I wanted to take a minute to talk with you about bad breathing habits. The first and most important thing I can say about bad breathing habits is that if you're breathing at all, it's a good habit to have. Every inhale brings us alive, every exhale sets us free, and the little pause after the exhale before the next breath gives us a chance to rest and just to be. The other most important thing I can say about bad breathing habits is that the way that you're breathing right now is the perfect breath for you. There's no wrong way for you to breathe because your breath perfectly reflects the life that you've lived, the person you experience yourself as being, the way you're feeling and thinking about yourself and your life right now, and the health of every organ system in your body. Your breath is the perfect expression, perfectly calibrated to the person you are right now, giving that person what that person needs to live. That being said, there are a few breathing habits that many of us have that can really limit our ability to experience the fullness of our own lives. If you want to see three of the worst of those habits, just go into a room and ask the whole room to take a deep breath with you. And what you'll see is this. Everyone in the room does three things. One, they breathe high. They lift the whole thoracic cavity, maybe even the shoulders, to eke out a little bit more breath. What we don't know is that that high breathing throws us into the sympathetic nervous system, activates us, puts us into fight or flight, so we can do, and push, push, push. The second thing you'll see everyone in the room do is they'll force their breath. They'll draw it in and push it out. When we bring unnecessary force to the breath, we bring unnecessary force to our lives. We introduce struggle and effort and strain instead of allowing the natural flow of life to move us along in our lives. The third thing that you'll see everyone in the room probably do is that they'll speed up their breath. In fact, most human beings walking around today, you'll see they breathe about 13 or 14 breaths a minute. When a relaxed, resting, integrated, balanced human organism only needs to breathe about 5 or 6 breaths a minute. That'll increase when we're active, of course, or when we're meditating or in deep sleep, it'll slow down a little more. But our whole cardiopulmonary system is in its greatest state of balance at about 5 or 6 breaths a minute. If we're walking around at 13 or 14 breaths, you can imagine how much that activates us and throws us into high energy states. Now, of course, our lives sometimes require us to do, and push, push, push. But if we continue those habits in our breathing all the time, we never have the chance to rest and digest, to relax, to be, to find the basic goodness of our own lives. Now, we can't make ourselves breathe correctly, but we can notice when we're breathing in ways that are high or fast or forced, and just invite the breath to go low, filling up like a balloon that's filling with water from the bottom and then the middle and the top, allowing the whole body to fill with the breath, not just the upper chest area. We can allow the breath to come into us with no force and to leave on its own. No force, no effort, no struggle, no strain. And we can gently slow the breath down. And though we may not be able to slow it right away to 5 or 6 breaths a minute, just letting it drift out of us without pushing, without efforting, without struggling, make space for the breath to let go and to bring us back to that natural sense of ease. If you'd like to find out more about bad breathing habits and how to recover the natural, easeful, free breath that we were all meant to have, just email me or look up my website, hunterflournoy.com. I'd be happy to work with you personally or see you in one of my many groups where I support a whole room full of people in learning from their own breath and the breath of each other. Thank you, and breathe easy.